Back down on undocumented immigrants in public housing. Live to CBS's Peter King.
HUD Secretary Ben Carson says prioritizing legal residents is a matter of fairness. The proposal would screen applicants under age 62 as part of the SAVE verification program. The law says undocumented immigrants can't receive federal housing assistance on their own. A family with an undocumented member can, as long as one person's eligible. The Washington Post says those families could still lose federal assistance after 18 months. Deborah?
Powerful storms have crisscrossed the South for the second time this week.
All I could think was, man, Mother Nature just kept getting louder like a freight train was going over the house, you know? And the house was shaking.
Thunderstorms and tornadoes have wreaked havoc. At least 2 deaths are blamed on fallen trees. Tomorrow marks 20 years since 2 students killed 12 classmates and a teacher at Columbine High School. CBS's Lee Frank is in Littleton, Colorado.
Crystal Woodman Miller was a Columbine student.
As somebody who may have been defined by fear and hopelessness for a few moments, since that day, hope has redefined me.
The 12 students and 1 teacher who died in the Columbine High School attack are being remembered at events this weekend.
Christians are observing Good Friday and Jesus' crucifixion. CBS's Robert Berger.
Thousands of pilgrims are crowding into the narrow cobblestone streets of the Via Dolorosa, or Way of Sorrows, here in Jerusalem's Old City. They are retracing the footsteps of Jesus to the 14 stations of the cross. The faithful, many carrying big wooden crosses, have come from all over the world. This group is from Germany.
This is CBS News.
CBS News Radio is your home for breaking news. With our team of reporters around the country and the world, we give you the coverage you can trust.
Lowe's knows you're the pro who does it right and finds more ways to save because your business depends on it. We do it right too, with everyday savings on the supplies you use most. Now get 10% off 5-gallon buckets of Valspar Contractor Coat and Storm Coat paints. And save when you buy in bulk, because when you buy 3 or more Purdy brushes, you get 15% instant savings. For your next job and the next, do it right for less. Start with Lowe's. Paint offer valid through 4/24. Purdy offer valid through 6/5. Exclusions apply. See store for details. U.S. only.
If you're like me, you take walking seriously, so you wear Go Walks from Skechers. They're the only walking shoes I know that have the 5 Ables. What does that mean? You want walking shoes that are comfortable, breathable, washable, adorable, and affordable. That's the 5 Ables, and Skechers Go Walks have it all. They've got air-cooled Go-Go-Mat insoles for lasting comfort. They're made with washable, breathable materials. They're adorable, and they're wonderfully affordable. They're very able shoes. Get Skechers Go Walks at a Skechers store near you or wherever stylish shoes are sold.
A vintage song is out at baseball games in the Bronx. CBS's Matt Piper.
It's been an institution at Yankees games since the 2001 terror attacks. God bless America. But Kate Smith's 1939 recording of God Bless America has been yanked. It's due to hints of racism in her past, including her 1931 song, That's Why Darkies Were Born. She also recorded Pickaninny Heaven, and the video shot for it back then took place in an orphanage for black children. In a statement, the Yankees say it's reviewing the claims, and while no conclusions have been made, we are erring on the side of sensitivity.
It's Frank Zappa, the hologram tour. The late rocker will be on stage at the Capitol Theater in Port Chester, New York tonight, thanks to the magic of modern technology. His longtime band members like Ray White and Mike Keneally will be there in the flesh to back him up. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Guess what? Right now is the perfect time to tackle those home projects you've been putting off. So come summertime, you can just sit back and relax. Home Advisor can help get you started. Home Advisor matches you to the right pro for the job in seconds. You can read reviews and even book appointments online. Home Advisor can help with any home project, big or small, painting, plumbing, even remodeling. Find a great pro now before the busy season hits. Go to homeadvisor.com or download the free app.
Home Advisor. If you own a pair of Skechers, this ad is not for you, because you already know they're the most comfortable shoes on the planet. This ad is for those who have never tried Skechers, for the few who have never experienced the otherworldly comfort of Skechers air-cooled memory foam, ever floated across the ground on comfort pods, or experienced Skechers seamless knits. You're missing out. That's like never petting a puppy. So we've made this ad for you. Skechers. Live comfortably. Available at a Skechers store near you or wherever stylish shoes are sold.
Experience no-hassle shopping at Ford's Furniture in Bowling Green and Glasgow. Ford's Furniture. Furniture you know. People you trust.
At U.S. Bank, just picture what you can do with a low home equity rate. Cook up a new kitchen, say ID to the perfect wedding. If you can picture it, you can do it with a U.S. Bank home equity line of credit. Apply today at your local U.S. Bank. Visit usbank.com. Go ahead, bring your dreams to life. You've got the strength of U.S. Bank behind you. All of us serving you. U.S. Bank member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You can depend on WCLU for local news on the air, online, on demand at WCLUradio.com.
All right, let's go ahead and check in with our weather forecast this morning here on WCLU. 6:07 right now. We are having some technical difficulties with the Weather Channel this morning, so I'll just be checking in with the weather for you. Overnight tonight, we saw some showers likely with a low of 52. Heading into our Friday now, showers likely mainly before 3 p.m. this afternoon. Cloudy with a temperature falling to around 47 degrees by 3 p.m. Northwest winds up to 8 to 13 miles an hour with a gust as high as 21 miles an hour. Chance of precipitation is at 70%. Heading into our Friday night, showers likely with a low of 37. West winds around 11 miles an hour. Chance of precipitation is at 100%. And heading into our Saturday, showers likely mainly before 10 a.m. Cloudy with a high near 49. West winds 11 to 14 miles an hour with gusts as high as 25 miles an hour with a 70% chance of precipitation and about a tenth to a quarter inch possible overnight on Saturday. And then Saturday night, mostly cloudy, then gradually becoming clear with a low around 39. And as we finish up our weekend on our Sunday, we'll see sunny skies for Easter Sunday with a high near 70. And turn into current conditions right here on WCLU. Let me grab my sheet right here. Barometer currently at 29.49. Calm winds in south central Kentucky. 97% humidity here on our Friday morning. And we've had 0.4 inches of precipitation in our rain bucket over the past 24 hours here at the studios of WCLU. 6:08 right now. Let's go ahead and take a quick break. When we come back, the latest edition of Live and Local News with our very own Brennan Crane will be on the airwaves next here on WCLU. Good Morning Live.
Have you considered what your retirement looks like? Here are some things about retirement that may surprise you. 64% of retirees say they are confident about having enough money to live comfortably throughout their retirement years. Yet according to the Economic Policy Institute, nearly half of families have no retirement account savings at all. In 2017, more than 67% of retirees depended on Social Security as a major source of their income. The average monthly Social Security benefit at the beginning of 2018 was $1,404. Due to health care costs associated with living longer, 26% of workers now intend to keep working until age 70 and beyond, and 10% don't intend to retire at all. The 65 and older group is expected to become larger and have more influence in the future. Have you made arrangements for health care? Are you comfortable with your investment decisions? If you are unsure about your decisions, give the Fouch Wealth Advisory Group, Sam Dickinson or Brian Basinger a call at 270-651-2663. Investment counseling since 1854. Securities offered by JJB Hillier W. Alliance LLC. Member NYSE, SIPC, and FINRA. Investing in securities involves risks.
I was currently with no prosthetic company, and I was just getting my beginner's prosthetic, and it still wasn't comfortable.
That's when Mike met William Bray with Extreme Prosthetics.
I met Mr. Bray at one of my daughter's ball games, and he'd handed me a card, and he seemed very confident and knew what he was talking about, so I decided to go see Mr. Bray just for a consultation, and just in minutes I was more confident in it, full range of motion.
Mike and many others have given great testimonials for William Bray and Extreme Prosthetics at 400 South Broadway in Glasgow, which you can check out online at comfortforamputees.com.
Yeah, I'm a rather large guy, and it takes a special prosthetic to carry my weight. In the first meeting with Mr. Bray, he realized by looking at the material they used to assemble my prosthetic that it wasn't at the weight limit to carry my weight. And had I not went to that consultation, I'd have never known that.
Professional care from someone who wears a prosthetic themselves. William Bray and Extreme Prosthetics.
If you're just not confident with it, I'd say go see Mr. Bray.
Call 629-5347.
For WCLU News, I'm Brennan Crane reporting. Glasgow Police has taken several complaints about a scam that informs you that you will receive a priority mail envelope with Levers Supermarket Incorporated with a check inside for the amount of $2,650 along with what you need to do with the check. According to a press release from the Glasgow Police Department, they're asking you to deposit the check into your account, keep $600 as a payment, and send the remaining $2,050 to a graphic artist that will be wrapping your new vehicle with the company logo. They will have you to email them to obtain the account information to wire transfer the money. After the check is deposited, they will then withdraw $2,050 from your account. This is a scam. Please do not provide anyone with any information. On Wednesday, the Kentucky State Police Electronic Crime Branch arrested William C. Edwards, 29, on charges related to possession of matter portraying sexual performance by a minor. Edwards was arrested as a result of an undercover Internet Crimes Against Children investigation. The KSP Electronic Crime Branch began the investigation after discovering the suspect possessing files of child sexual exploitation online. The investigation resulted in the execution of a search warrant at a residence in Campbellsville on April 17th. Equipment used to facilitate the crime was seized and taken to KSP's forensic laboratory for examination. The investigation is ongoing. Edwards is currently charged with 40 counts of possession of matter portraying sexual performance by a minor first offense. Each charge is a Class D felony punishable by 1 to 5 years in prison. He was lodged in the Taylor County Jail. The Glasgow City Council is set to meet this following Monday, April 22nd at 7 p.m. in the City Council chambers. On the agenda are a couple items: possible resolution adopting new standard operating procedures for the Emergency Call Center, and the second reading of an ordinance increasing the amount of funds contributed by the city for economic development from $60,000 to $120,000. WCLU will have coverage of the meeting and will stream it live. 3 Gatton Academy seniors learned recently they are candidates for the 2019 United States Presidential Scholars. The U.S. Presidential Scholars Program was established in 1964 by executive order of the President to recognize and honor some of the nation's most distinguished graduating high school seniors. The 2019 candidates for the U.S. Presidential Scholar from the Gatton Academy are Devin Davis from Scott County High School, son of Darren and Wanda Davis from Georgetown; Kushik Devarkonda from Larry A. Ryle High School, son of Suresh and Padmaja Devarkonda from Union; and Daniel Yan from South Warren High School, son of Yun Yan and Yufang Sun from Bowling Green. The White House Commission on Presidential Scholars as Review Committee selects honored scholars annually based on their academic success, personal characteristics, leadership, and service activities, in addition to the quality and content of their essays. Each year, more than 4,000 candidates are identified for the component of the program that focuses on academic achievement and based on having scored exceptionally well on the SAT or the ACT. Eligible students are U.S. citizens and legal permanent U.S. residents who will graduate or receive their high school diploma between January and August of the current program year and have taken the ACT or SAT assessment on or before October of the previous year. From here, approximately 800 students will be named semifinalists, and up to 161 students will be recognized in May as presidential scholars. The majority of the scholars will be selected on the basis of broad academic achievement. Approximately 20 students are selected on the basis of their academic and artistic scholarship in the visual arts, performing arts, or creative writing. It's 6:14, 57 degrees here at WCLU. I'm Brennan Crane. We'll be right back for more local news.
You're sick and your doctor's office just closed. You injured your finger working in the yard and it's Saturday afternoon. Where do you go? Well, TJ Sampson has 3 choices for you when these and other similar situations occur.
The clinic at Walmart can help with.
TJ Urgent Care at the Pavilion can help with.
And when it's...
Grandpa, are you okay?
You might want to try the emergency department at TJ Sampson Community Hospital.
TJ Sampson Community Hospital. Your community, your hospital.
Glasgow consists of over 8,000 homes and businesses, with a power and broadband grid consisting of 11,452 poles and 1,437 miles of electric and cable lines that are all powered by the Glasgow Electric Plant Board. The Glasgow EPB also has 5,700 cable modems across Glasgow, providing customers with high-speed internet access. The Glasgow EPB manages all of these great services with a staff of less than 50 people that are dedicated to connecting Glasgow to the future. Stay up to date with the Glasgow EPB today on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and on glasgowepb.net.
In more news this hour, a 23-year-old man accused of impersonating a long-missing child is scheduled for arraignment in federal court. Brian Michael Reaney of Medina, Ohio, will go before Magistrate Karen Lukovitz in a Friday court hearing in Cincinnati. He was indicted this week of 2 counts of lying to federal agents and 1 count of aggravated identity theft. He had been arrested earlier on a single false statement count after DNA testing proved he wasn't Timothy Pitson, who disappeared in 2011 at age 6. A message seeking comment was left Thursday with his federal public defender. The federal magistrate last week cited Reaney's lack of a permanent address, past mental health issues, and a, quote, lengthy criminal history that goes back to age 13 as she ordered him held without bond. Democrat Andy Beshear says he wants to expand gambling in Kentucky and use the proceeds to fund struggling public pension systems. 2 of his rivals in next month's gubernatorial primary are taking shots at the proposal. Beshear told a Louisville audience on Thursday that his plan calls for earmarking all expanded gambling revenues to shore up public pension plans. Kentucky has one of the country's worst-funded public pension systems. Beshear says he wants to legalize casino gambling and sports betting. His father, former Governor Steve Beshear, pushed for expanding gambling, but never got it through the legislature. One of Andy Beshear's rivals, State Representative Rocky Adkins, says it's an unrealistic proposal that can't pass the Republican-led legislature. Another candidate, Adam Edlin, says it's an irresponsible gamble since past proposals failed. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says he plans to introduce legislation to raise the minimum age to buy tobacco products from 18 to 21 nationally. The Senate leader said Thursday his bill will cover all tobacco products, including vaping devices. The Kentucky Republican represents a state that for generations was a leading tobacco producer in the U.S. Tobacco production has dropped dramatically in Kentucky in the past decade. McConnell says his bill will continue to hold retailers responsible for verifying the age of anyone buying tobacco products. He says about a dozen states have already enacted laws raising the minimum legal age to 21. McConnell made the announcement in Louisville at the office of an organization that promotes health initiatives in Kentucky. He intends to introduce the bill next month. And U.S. health officials are giving $350 million to researchers in 4 states hit hardest by the deadly opioid epidemic. The study announced Thursday aims to cut overdose deaths by 40% over 3 years in local communities grappling with misuse of the addictive drugs. Researchers will study evidence-based techniques for fighting addiction and overdose, such as medication-based treatments like methadone and criminal justice reforms. The grants from the National Institute of Health will go to the University of Kentucky, Boston Medical Center, New York City's Columbia University, and Ohio State University. Government officials across the U.S. have been fighting a multi-decade epidemic of opioid addiction, which includes not only prescription painkillers but also illicit drugs like heroin and fentanyl. Deaths linked to those drugs rose to a record 48,000 in 2017. At 6:18, 57 degrees here at WCLU. I'm Brennan Crane. Up next, we have KNN.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
The University of Kentucky has received its largest federal grant in school history, a grant that will be used to help reduce opioid overdose deaths.
$87 million to the University of Kentucky, which will be distributed and worked over 17 counties in central and eastern Kentucky. So help is on the way to Kentucky.
U.S. Health Secretary Alex Azar announcing the grant. The money will go towards a 4-year study that will allow researchers to find a solution to combat the opioid epidemic and help those directly affected by drug addiction. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell plans to introduce legislation to raise the national minimum age to buy tobacco products from 18 to 21.
The legislation I'll be introducing will be similar to the current system where retailers have a responsibility to verify the age of anyone buying tobacco. We'll just take the current law and raise it from 18 to 21.
McConnell's legislation would include vaping devices. A father and son have been arrested for allegedly sexually abusing young girls in southeastern Kentucky.
73-year-old John Hoskins and his son, 33-year-old Travis, have been charged with various sex crimes, including sexual abuse, sodomy, and incest. An investigation started in March after 2 girls reported that the men sexually abused them. Both victims were under the age of 14 at the time. Both men are currently being held in the Bell County Detention Center.
Haley Hansen reporting. A Kentucky police officer is accused of sending obscene pictures to a teenage girl. John Philpott is an officer with the Cynthiana Police Department. He was arrested when he reported to work. The officer's arrest citation says he admitted to sending an obscene picture to a 17-year-old girl. I'm Paul Miles.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Child, I can remember always being excited about going to Community Trust Bank with my parents because I knew I was going to get a treat. It's funny, now that I'm married, have 2 kids, and just bought a new home, when it came time for a new home loan, I went to Community Trust Bank. I trust them and knew they'd be there for me and my family, just like they were there for Mom and Dad. And now with 79 locations, there's no reason to go anywhere else but Community Trust.
Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
April is finally here, and it's my favorite time of year because it's Distracted Driving Awareness Month. And it's incredibly important to my life and my story because at 22, I had to have a partial hip replacement due to someone thinking that their phone was a little bit more important than the person's life in front of them. At 22, I was a big runner. That was the quickest way I could relieve stress. I can't run anymore. I also had big plans to start a family. I can't carry children because my hips cannot bear the weight. At 22, my parents, alongside my physical therapist, had to reteach me how to walk. So this month and every month, I just urge you to put your phone down.
South Central Kentucky Monuments in Glasgow wants you to know that if you've recently lost a loved one or if you're thinking about a pre-need monument, they're here to make the process as stress-free as possible. With plenty of examples and a multitude of custom options, South Central Kentucky Monuments has the ability to offer you exactly what you want or help steer you in the right direction based on your preferences. Let my friends David and Adam Jesse provide the service and craftsmanship you deserve. To learn more, visit southcentralkymonuments.com.
And local funeral announcements for this hour. Krista Lynn Vincent, 23, of Warren County, passed away Tuesday in Smiths Grove. She was a graduate of Lighthouse Academy and a stay-at-home mom. She was a daughter of Lee Crowder and Linda R. Vincent Crowder of Smiths Grove, who both survive. Surviving in addition to her parents are 2 daughters, Jaylee Renee Vincent and Jocelyn Faith Vincent, both of Smiths Grove. Her companion, Cody Long of Smiths Grove, and 3 brothers, Austin Vincent, Derek, and Dylan Crowder, all of Smiths Grove, as well as 2 sisters, Annie Cardwell of Smiths Grove and Natasha Crowder of Brownsville. Maternal grandparents Haskell and Geraldine Torrance Vincent and paternal grandfather Charles Crowder of Brownsville also survives. Memorial services for Krista Lynn Vincent will be held at 1 p.m. on Monday at the Grayville Funeral Home. Visitation will begin at 10 a.m. on Monday. Aaron Tyler Wingfield, 19, of Bowling Green, passed away Tuesday in Smiths Grove. Aaron loved to hunt and fish and spending time with his family, as well as his nieces and nephews, who he loved greatly. He attended Warren Central High School and graduated from Lighthouse Academy, where he participated in Army ROTC. Aaron also attended Lincoln Tech Automotive Mechanics School in Nashville, and he's survived by his parents, Larry and Tanya Murphy Wingfield, and sisters Ashley Roberts and Clarissa Alford, as well as nieces Madison Wingfield and Kylie Alford, and nephews Carson, Blaze, and Liam Alford. Grandparents Larry and Peggy Basham and Elvis Cardwell also survive. Funeral services for Aaron Tyler Wingfield will be held at 11 a.m. on Monday at the J.C. Kirby and Son Broadway Chapel, with burial to follow in the Fairview Cemetery. Visitation will be from 2 until 8 p.m. on Sunday and from 9 a.m. until service time on Monday. Ora Britt Hester, 96, of Bowling Green, died Tuesday with family at her side. The Barron County native was a daughter of the late Thurman and Alma Landrum Britt and wife of the late Garland F. Hester. She was a housewife and a member of the Cornerview Baptist Church. Her survivors include 2 daughters, Elaine Sanders and Sue Simmons, 3 sons, Leon Hester, Raymond, and Harold Hester, 2 sisters, Beatrice Coulter and Talmadge Roach Bird, and 12 grandchildren, 37 great-grandchildren, and 13 great-great-grandchildren also survive. Funeral services for Ora Britt Hester will be held at 10 a.m. on Saturday at the Hardy & Son Funeral Home's Bowling Green Chapel, with burial to follow in the Mary Oak Cemetery. Visitation will be from 1 until 8 p.m. today, and then at the funeral home. Family request donations be made to Hospice of Southern Kentucky. Funeral services for Francis Eisenberg, 91, of Oakland, will be at 1 p.m. on Saturday at the Hardy & Son Funeral Home Smiths Grove Chapel, with burial to follow in the Smiths Grove Cemetery. Visitation will be from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. on Saturday at the funeral home, and family request donations be made in her memory to the Redbird Mission in Beverly, Kentucky. Funeral services for Timothy Franklin Tim Norris, 63, of Glasgow, will be at 3 p.m. today at the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home, followed by cremation. The family request memorial contributions be made to the Glasgow Baptist Church or to Broadway. And funeral services for Mary Lois Shive Grider, 86, of Randolph, will be today at 2 p.m. in the McMurtry Funeral Home, with burial to follow in the Pleasant Hill Cemetery at Randolph. Memorials may be made to the Pleasant Hill Cemetery or to the Summershade Fire Department. Obituary information is available 24 hours a day, free online at WCLUradio.com. No login is ever necessary.
The church and community calendar for Friday, April 19th. Peters Creek Missionary Baptist Church will hold Good Friday services tonight at 6:30. The pastor is Brother Jamie Thompson. The Pleasant Oak Ridge Missionary Baptist Church will celebrate their pastor William Bradley Lewis's 50th anniversary tomorrow at 2 o'clock at the Bunch Center with a reception and a message from Dr. E.A. Duke and Owens Chapel Church on Sunday, April 21st. They'll be at the 11 o'clock service. Pastor Ray Stewart with Queens Chapel Church and Pleasant Union Church will be the guests. Tomorrow from 10 until 12, the City of Horse Cave will partner with Horse Cave Baptist Church, Horse Cave First Baptist Church, and Friendship Baptist Church, along with the Way Church, to present the second annual Horse Cave Community Easter Egg Hunt. There will be music, food, prizes, activity booths, and over 10,000 eggs to hunt. The event will be held on the field beside 31W, where the Owens Hotel once stood. Come be a part of this incredible community gathering. The annual Parks and Recreation Easter Egg Hunt will be on Saturday, tomorrow, at Beaver Creek Park. This year, they will be partnering with TJ Sampson. There will be multiple prizes given away and over 10,000 eggs to be found, all stuffed with candy. The first hunt begins at 1 o'clock. This event is free of charge for kids ages walking through 10 years old. If you have any questions, call 651-3811. Sunset services will be at 7 o'clock. On Sunday morning at the Free Bethel General Baptist Church, located at 10th and Broadway in Cave City. Following the service, there will be a guest speaker and breakfast prepared by the men and an Easter egg hunt for the children. Do you have a church community event coming up? We would like to know at 270-651-9149 or 1-800-956-1023. Log on to the website WCLUradio.com. I'm Jason Thomas for WCLU, your home for local.
Did you know termites cause over $5 billion in property damage each year? Luckily, you can protect your home with Arrow Exterminators and the Centricon system with always active technology. Centricon creates a protective barrier around your home to stop termites before they ever have the chance to attack. It is truly investment protection for your home. The pros at Arrow Exterminators also specialize in pest, mosquito, and fire ant control. And you can feel good knowing that all services are backed with a 100% satisfaction guarantee. All you have to do is schedule a free home evaluation, and a licensed Arrow professional will come to your home and inspect, identify, and then treat in the most environmentally responsible method available today. Call 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com. That's 888-GO-ARROW or arrowexterminators.com. It's not just pest control, it's Arrow Exterminators Pest Control.
Your early morning weather forecast right here on WCLU. Showers likely mainly before 3 p.m. here on our Friday. Cloudy with a temperature falling to around 47 by 3 p.m. this afternoon. Gusty winds up to 21 miles an hour with a chance of precipitation at 70%. Friday night showers with a low around 37 with a 100% chance of precipitation possible. Saturday showers likely mainly before 10 a.m. Cloudy with a high near 49 and gusty winds up to 25 miles an hour. That is your early morning weather forecast right here on WCLU. Your home for local. 6:29 right now, taking a look at our current conditions right here on WCLU. Barometer's at 29.49 here as we hit the halfway mark of our 6 o'clock hour. Calm winds here in south central Kentucky. 97% humidity, though, and 0.40 inches in the precipitation bucket here at the studios of WCLU here on our Friday morning. You're listening to Good Morning Live. Thank you for tuning in, folks. This is Aaron Russell here with you here on this Friday morning. We are at 57 degrees right now, and we are about to take a quick break, and when we come back, we will see about your birthday list. If you have a birthday and we don't have it yet, or you just want to make sure it gets on the list before we read it, call us up right now, 270-651-9149, toll free at 1-800-956-1023. Also, remember, you can always submit a birthday or anniversary online at WCLUradio.com. Click on the Submit Here tab. And let's go ahead and get right to that birthday list, brought to you by Ralphie's Fun Center, coming up here in just a moment.
If you're going to improve your home and property by investing in a pool, doesn't it make sense to get it from somebody willing to put their name on it? Jeff Adams at Adams Pools and Supplies is ready to get the job started. Plus, they're having a spring sale to get you in the mood for fun in the sun. Right now, buy a Solstice 24-foot pool with a 20-year liner warranty and 30-year wall warranty. For a limited time, pay only $24.99. Bigger sizes at equally great prices. An 18 by 33 pool, $36.99. 15 by 30, $33.99. $3.99, and a 27-foot pool just $27.99. Adams Pools has local installers with decades of experience in installing pools. If it's an Adams pool, it comes with corrosion protection on all metal components using the most reliable coating in the industry. And of course, Adams Pools has everything you'll need after installation, like Vacuum-Seal non-chlorine chemicals. 270-866-2365. That's the number to call to get the ball rolling. 270-866-2365 on Grider Road in Russell Springs. No matter where you live in southern Kentucky, let Adams Pools do the job right.
Introducing Wendy's new $5 Biggie Bag. It's got a new bacon double stack made with a quarter pound of fresh beef plus nuggets, fries, and a drink. Try Wendy's $5 Biggie Bag today. Biggie Bag includes 4-piece nuggets, small fries, and a small drink. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada. Approximate weight before cooked. Price and participation may vary in Alaska and Hawaii.
Time for a sipcation with Wendy's summer beverages. Grab a strawberry lemonade, breathe in deep, and take a sip. And it's all thanks to Destination Wendy's. At participating Wendy's for a limited time.
Spend your weekday afternoons learning the common sense way to handle your money. The Dave Ramsey Show on WCLU from 1 to 4 helps you deal with money management, debt freedom, and financial peace. Brought to you locally by Lock Shield Partners, creating a map for your future.
Ugh, I have nothing to wear.
That's it. Let's go.
Let's go where?
To Trendy Me. Not only do they have an impressive selection of quality clothing, but right now it's on sale. 25 to 30% off selected merchandise.
Well, that certainly helps because I need a new dress for Easter, a new outfit for Mother's Day, and I need something special to wear to graduation.
I'm sure Susan at Trendy Me can help. She has a great eye for what's in style, from the perfect outfit to matching jewelry and purses.
Trendy Me, your one stop for a trendy you. Trendy Me, 1508 South Green Street in Glasgow. Call 270-834-8876.
When was the last time you got your Ralphie on? What's getting your Ralphie on, you ask? When you're winning prizes and lighting up the score in the arcade, you're getting your Ralphie on. When you're dancing under the lights on roller skates, you've turned on your inner Ralphies. When you bring your coworkers to bowl in the business league, your office staff has clocked in on Ralphie's time. If you suffer from symptoms such as lack of fun, feeling bored, if you get frequent urges to act like it's your birthday, or if you're just not smiling enough, you need to go to Ralphie's. That's Ralphie's Fun Center in Glasgow. A great place for any party, event, field trip, or church group. Get your Ralphie on.
Not the weather music. There we go. 6:33 right now, 55 degrees in downtown Glasgow. Time to check up on our birthday list here for this Friday and on into our weekend here in South Central Kentucky. First up, who's celebrating? Let's see. On our Friday, we have Sheila Jones, Teresa Bryant celebrating a birthday today, Deb Alexander, Gina Thomason, Mr. Dale Copus on our birthday list for this Friday. Happy birthday to Brother Dale. Hunter Browding celebrating today, so is Carter Ray Crow. Carter is celebrating a 6th birthday today. Gladys Blades is 61 here on our Friday. Michael Rice is 58 today. Tony Gibson is up next. Jason Robertson is 48 today. And last but certainly not least is Wayne Hatcher. Wayne is turning 69 here on our Friday. Only one anniversary so far called in, and it's for Kenny and Diane Harper. Happy anniversary to Kenny and Diane. Heading into our Saturday, Davy Greer celebrating a birthday. Peggy Hendry, Rhiannon Piercy celebrating a birthday today. Wesley Turner finishing up our birthday list for Saturday right now. Anniversaries, we have John T. and Sharon Smith celebrating a 33rd wedding anniversary on Saturday. And Gary and Polly Claywell are celebrating 45 years of marriage on Saturday. Over on the Sunday birthday list, Sarah Jackson turning 35 today. Vicky Carson up next. Joey Bunch celebrating. We have Sabrina Pettigo, celebrating a birthday. Jessica Dial is turning 26. Alex Lee is turning 30. Let's go ahead and get a 30 gong going for Alex Lee. All right, Tyrone Garnett is turning 50. Let's get it. Over and last but certainly not least on our birthday list for Sunday is also our person of the day today here on WCLU. If you see her around, pat her on the back and tell her so from our good friends here at WCLU. It is Helen Russell here on our Friday as our Good as Gold honoree. Miss Helen Russell celebrating a 80th birthday on Sunday. Let's go ahead and give her that 80 gong. And yes, many know, but I'd like to say that is my grandmother, and happy birthday on Sunday to Mima coming up here on WCLU. Anniversaries for Sunday, we have Craig and Kelly Christian and Josh and Maria Park celebrating their 12th wedding anniversary today. And once again, our person of the day today here on this Friday, we have an 80th birthday coming up on Sunday, 4/21, for a reputable educator that worked in the Berrien County school system for over 30 years, known worldwide, it seems like, here in this area, for Miss Helen Russell. She is our Good as Gold honoree here on this Friday, celebrating on Sunday. If you see her around, pat her on the back and tell her so from our good friends here at WCLU, as well as a little taste of Texas. We'll also be coming up with a drawing for a little taste of...
Choose between our loaded omelet biscuit, our tasty Frisco breakfast sandwich, our bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, or our savory sausage and egg biscuit. Get any two for $4. It's the best kind of surprise. I mean, it's no pulling into a paid parking meter, but it's a close second.
Hardee's, because it tastes better.
Offer available for a limited time during regular breakfast hours at participating Hardee's restaurants. Price and participation may vary. Tax not included.
Competition is good, and when you've been in business for 53 years, you've done something right. Even with all the new ways you can shop for flooring for your home or business, here's what Parrish Carpet does. They offer the top name brands in flooring backed with solid warranties. Then Parrish Carpet stocks a large showroom of carpet and rugs for you to see and feel, not just samples. Then they have the finest individuals come and install those floors in your home. Parrish Carpets gets to know you, and you get to know them, and that's why so many people keep coming back. There's plenty of competition, but if this sounds like a place you'd like to do business, stop in Parrish Carpet on Reynolds Road in Glasgow.
Who will be the future face of Pettigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance. Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Tax time is over, and Ford's wants to help you celebrate with huge store-wide savings up to 30% on your entire Ford's purchase. Or get up to 60 months no-interest financing. This week only at Ford's Furniture in Bowling Green and Glasgow. Did you know Ford's Furniture offers Power Assist lift chairs? We have a great selection available in a variety of colors and fabrics from petite to large for a perfect fit. And Ford's offers a hassle-free shopping experience and timely full-service delivery and setup from Ford's Furniture.
6:39 right here on WCLU Good Morning Live, adding a birthday to our birthday list here on WCLU, and it is for Sunday. Krista Smith celebrating a birthday on Sunday. Happy birthday to Krista. 6:39 right now, 55 degrees in downtown Glasgow. We are just about ready for the archives coming up next here on the airways of WCLU. Stick around for that right after we hear a word from the people that help make the archives possible. Joseph A. Wade.
15,000 inventory items, custom brake hoses while you wait, cylinder repair. Is there anything Joseph A. Wade can't do? Well, one thing's for sure, Joseph A. Wade Incorporated serves a large community of people who believe there's no job they can't do, and that's the same attitude Joseph A. Wade has in their line of work. So for the smallest screws, Allen wrenches, or drill bits, or even a 5-stage hydraulic cylinder measuring 25 feet in length, Joseph A. Wade's motto? No problem. Joseph A. Wade Incorporated, 311 Industrial Drive, Glasgow.
Well, a good Friday morning, everybody, and welcome to the archives as we enjoy going back 100 years and understanding some things, or maybe sometimes just dotting an I or crossing a T and making things make more sense. The archives brought to you by Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services, and I'm joined today by noted historian and local man about town, it might be about town, Sam Terry. Hey, Sam, how you doing?
Good morning, Henry. How are you?
I'm doing all right today. I'm just enjoying the beauty of a Friday morning. It's going to be a little bit nippy, but that seems to happen when we get close to Derby Day, doesn't it?
It does indeed, and it is the season of the year, and we're glad to have the variety.
Yeah, before we went on the air here, we were talking about the lighting of the dogwoods that occurred over the years around here. I don't believe we do that anymore, but I have some neighbors who light their own dogwoods, and I appreciate that because, boy, it's a pretty sight and a purely Kentucky sight, too.
It is indeed, and Kentucky is, in my opinion, at one of its finest seasons in April and May.
No question about it. So, Shall we go back 100 years?
Let's go.
Is it fitting we go into Easter weekend with a distillery raid?
Well, we shall see.
I think this is really interesting because the people who had fun with this, in large part, were the reporters who got to write all this stuff. So this in 1919, we see about Sheriff Palmore and his deputies, Barlow Bryant and Virgil Hagan, together with the jailer Evans, raided a moonshine plant near Vernon one day last week. About 400 gallons of beer, tubs, and other fixtures of the plant were destroyed. The still had been removed, though, and the officers failed to locate that. No arrests have been made in connection with it, as the parties operating the still were not seen about the premises. It is said that the moonshiners in that section have become defiant and are threatening to do violence to those opposing their business in assisting the officers to locate them. It's also said that sufficient information has been procured to indict the operators, and that the grand jury now is in session and will hear the testimony. This was in the Tompkinsville News, so I'm presuming Vernon is maybe somewhere in Monroe County?
I believe so. And, Henry, you can make a visit to the South Central Kentucky Cultural Center, and we have a still on display there. I won't reveal where it came from, right. But go down there and check it out, and you might learn where it came from. It's an interesting thing to see.
Well, it is. It's a part of our history, like it or not, and it's interesting that they, that they were that they're going ahead here and saying, boy, these moonshiners are defiant. That's not the kind of people you want doing moonshining, is it? 1929, Sam. Let's go back here, and we got some exchanging of vows here. The marriage of Miss Aline Branstetter and Mr. Russell Gardner took place April the 4th in Nashville. Now, the only attendants were Miss Nell Branstetter, who was the sister of the bride, and Mr. Leroy Curley. After the bridal trip through the South, Mr. and Mrs. Gardner will make their home on his farm north of Glasgow. Mrs. Gardner is a graduate of the city schools and a reader of much ability. She is a universal favorite with a large circle of friends. Mr. Gardner is a young man of exemplary habits, is a successful farmer, and an outstanding citizen for the county. They will return for a short visit with the bride's parents, the postmaster and Mrs. J.H. Branstetter, and then go to their home near town. That was a day and time that I enjoyed in the journalistic annals back in those days. If you were going to bring up somebody's name, as a general rule, you try to say something nice about them while you're at it. Have you noticed that?
I have noticed it. And Mr. and Mrs. Gardner were wonderful people, and they will be remembered by an awful lot of Glasgow and Barron County and Cave City citizens.
She is a universal favorite. And he, of course, an outstanding citizen and farmer of the county. Sounds like a nice couple, Sam, as you have pointed out. All right, this was on the front page of the Glasgow Times this day in 1939. Front page story. This is amazing. Snow White now showing at the Trigg Theater here. Now, that's sort of a lame headline, but listen to the way they got into it, Sam. Sprites, goblins, elves, pukas, cluricons, leprechauns, all the queer little, quaint little people that sometimes flit across the enchanted border of fairyland into our matter-of-fact world to let ordinary mortals know how dreams can come true and romance be translated into reality, are to be seen in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, the first Walt Disney picture made in full length and produced in Technicolor. That's a front page story, isn't it?
It is, and it's all in one sentence.
Yeah, I was taking a deep breath in there to get through it, and it probably was in bold type too, wasn't it?
Probably so.
But it was big news. Snow White coming to town, and this was going to be coming to the Trigg Theater, right up the street from where we're sitting here this morning. Says there's over an hour's wonderful enjoyment awaiting you at the Trigg Theater on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday in this unprecedented film version of the most wonderful tale from the world's great wonder book, Grimm's Folk Tales. I guess the town was excited about that for sure. Snow White coming to town, 39.
I would think so. You know, folks in that era had grown up with fairy tales that were merely storybooks,
right?
Some of which had illustrations, of course, but seeing them animated and the movie theater would be quite a treat.
I think it would be. Nice, quiet, and in Technicolor, too, no less. 1949. Here's an advertisement, folks. We are not bragging, but we have tourists tell us that we have the nicest, most up-to-date bakery and delicatessen between Chicago and Miami. Those are some big claims there, Sam. These words make us feel mighty good. Come in and see for yourself. Our specials for the weekend are, here's the specials at the delicatessen right here. 1 dozen chocolate brownies for 34 cents. How many dozen you want, Sam?
More than one.
That's right. At that rate, you'd be crazy not to. How about some black walnut fudge cake? 7-inch and 8-inch. 2 layers for 60 cents and 89 cents. I'm going for the 8-inch. Also, lemon sherbet layer cakes made with fresh lemons, 60 cents and 89 cents. Where did you say? The Glasgow Bakery at 201 North Race Street, which would be just that would be before down there where, well, I'm trying to think of a good place to tell you where where the Coca-Cola plant was.
Yes, possibly in that area. Yes.
I'm just going
just down the hill.
I'm just going by the 201 North Race Street part. I was thinking it's got to be close to the square at that point. Glasgow Bakery. The best between Miami and Chicago. All right. This day in 1959, we have information about the continuing. They were talking about the plant that the moonshine was made in. Well, in 1959, we got a different plant going on. New equipment continuing to arrive and to be installed at the J.O. Frank Poultry Processing Plant. Much of it automatic and capable of, quote, picking chickens. Now, this must have been in the Republican, where they were having fun, playing on the fact that what they were going to do was they were going to certainly is a great big processing plant for chickens. The big chicken factory down on the Roseville Road, just beginning to become a reality there in 59, Sam.
It caught my attention that 60 years ago, people were talking about workers being replaced by machines.
Yeah.
And we talk about that still today.
Sure. Much of it is automatic, it says, and capable of picking chickens. I'm sure that was... they probably gave tours, I think, where you could kind of see how this picking chicken machine would work. But it was a new industry, and everybody was excited. This was the day in 1969, 5 young people from Barron, Butler, and Monroe counties attended the big 4-H youth conference in Washington, D.C. Larry M. Bunch, Joyce Bagwell, Lois Bagwell, Barbara Geary, and Melanie Bowman. 5 youth from our neighborhood going to Washington and making us proud there, Sam. 4-H has is a solid part of youngsters' upbringing around here, and it certainly continues to make a difference.
It certainly does, and it's far-reaching in the variety of things that young people experience and learn about, and so forth in the 4-H program. Last night, I had the privilege of being one of the judges for the 4-H talk meet.
Oh, wow.
And it's always inspiring to see our local young people and what really interesting things they do as far as subject matter that they prepare talks about, and their delivery is outstanding. We're fortunate to have such a strong 4-H program here in Barron County.
And it always intrigues me, too, because, it's not just they're teaching them things, they're also empowering themselves to or they're empowering the youth to be able to take it up a notch on their own with such things like talk meets and things of that nature. All right, let's go to 1979. How about this? Mrs. Matilda Elmore, this day in 1979, celebrated her 102nd birthday. What does that mean? She was born in like 1881? Is that right?
That's what I would think.
My goodness. She saw a few things, you think?
Certainly. Just amazing.
We talked about it a minute ago, but in 1989, we were still lighting the dogwoods because this was the night in 1989 the dogwood lighting in Glasgow was set for Friday and Saturday of this weekend in 1989.
And I think we would be remiss if we didn't mention the fact that that was a project of the Glasgow Garden Club. And that's another one of our outstanding civic organizations.
Mm-hmm.
They have contributed so much to the community and making it more beautiful. The landscaping at the entrance of the Glasgow Municipal Cemetery is one of their projects, and of course the hanging baskets around the square that probably will be going up in another few weeks.
Yes.
For the spring and summer season.
1999, 20 years ago today, you were a busy young man because this was the beginning of Terry's first anniversary sale, a store-wide sale where you could save 25% off store-wide at 110 East Public Square. And that's what you were up to 20 years ago, Sam, having a big sale.
It was simply unforgettable.
That's right. We love that song that you always used to use on the radio singing about unforgettable, which is what so many of the wonderful things there were. It's hard to believe it's been 20 years. Would you have guessed that if you hadn't thought much about it?
I would not have,
yeah,
no.
Time gets away from us for sure. That was 1999. 10 years ago this day, a prominent Burkesville businessman, David Long, died in a plane crash Saturday evening near Ferris Creek Road in Dupree. When I was preparing for this, I don't really know that name, David Long, but I'm sure, being from Cumberland County, that he had lots of folks whose hearts were broken with the loss of this businessman there.
Certainly a tragic loss.
That's right, but it does happen around here. You know, We've been talking a lot about airplanes in the archives this week because of it just seemed to be the time of the year that people were coming to joyride in an airplane, but this was a much different story here and one that ended tragically. Such is the nature of the archives. We have a lot of happy things that happen around here and some sad things that happen, and we have to kind of acknowledge both of them as a part of the way of life around here. Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, we have to remember that history isn't necessarily pretty.
Right.
And we like to think that it is, and we assume that it is, but in reality, it's not any different than our world today. We have some ugly things that go on in our world, and the same types of things happened in the past.
That's an excellent point, too, because I really think as we read these, and you and I both have been involved in different parts of journalism, but back, 100 years ago, they wrote a lot of tragic things in a more graphic manner than we would this day and time. Maybe more factual. I don't know. Maybe just not taking any of the sting out.
I would agree. And some of those stories are incredibly difficult to write.
Sure.
I don't think most listeners and readers, depending on your medium, really has any clue the struggle that those of us in that role have experienced to write about some of those things.
You never want to embarrass anybody. You don't want to exaggerate the truth, nor do you want to shy away from being involved in telling the truth. But nonetheless, over the 100 years that we look at each and every day, it's been quite a picture that they paint in South Central Kentucky. And we really enjoy the archivists digging through all these things and letting us share with our audience here, Sam. And I hope you have a happy Easter.
You too, Henry.
And an enjoyable, maybe you just drive around and just look at some nice dogwood, you think?
I think Sunday's supposed to be a great day to do all sorts of things like
Yes,
that,
sir.
and maybe hunt a few eggs.
Sam Terry, noted historian and just a guy that knows a whole lot about a whole lot, joining us for the Archives today. Thank you to Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services, our sponsor of the Archives today.
6:56 right here on WCLU. Good morning live right here on WCLU. And we are leading up to our trivia question coming up next here on the airwaves of WCLU right after this quick message.
Can you believe it's been 2 years? 2 years. 2 years since Glasgow's favorite liquor store, Barron River Beverages, opened its doors to serve the public on Burkesville Road at the Parkway Interchange. So now it truly is a celebration. 2 years. Barron River Beverages Customer Appreciation Day will be Saturday, April the 27th from 11 until 2. We'll have free barbecue shoulder plates and hot dog plates for everyone. You might win a cornhole board or a golf bag or the coolest of coolers. Lots of t-shirts and koozies to be given away too. For beverages. Remember, it's Saturday, April the 27th between 11 and 2. We're celebrating as number 1 turns 2. Barron River Beverages, just seconds from the Cumberland Parkway on the Burkesville Road. Open Monday through Thursday, 7 till 9, Friday and Saturday, 7 till 11, and Sunday, noon till 8. Thank you for 2 wonderful years from Barron River Beverages. Barron River Beverages.
TJ Regional Health offers a vast array of medical services in our community. The TJ Health Pavilion is home to over 35 family and specialty physicians, outpatient services center, the TJ Urgent Care, and the TJ Pavilion Pharmacy. The TJ Health Cave City Clinic is a walk-in medical care facility providing care Monday through Friday with no appointment necessary. Stop by and visit one of our locations today.
Extreme Prosthetics understands that when it comes to comfort and function, not all prosthetic devices are made the same. A properly fitted prosthesis can allow you to walk naturally without daily pain and discomfort. Extreme Prosthetics works with your physician and insurance company to help you get the comfort and function you deserve. Don't let your current discomfort and lack of mobility discourage you. Call the experts at Extreme Prosthetics today for a better, more comfortable life.
Check out the great...
She was only 17 years old. For the last 15 years, her diet consisted of basically only eating McDonald's Chicken McNuggets. So when recently she was rushed to the hospital because she collapsed while she was at work, she was struggling to breathe. Now you and I know, it's been proven that a diet that's abnormally high in salt and fat leads to an increased risk of heart attack and stroke. So if you ignore these warnings and your health finally catches up to you, you can only say, what'd you expect? If someone chooses to live a life apart from God, a life where God is secondary, when you stand at judgment and hear Jesus say, depart from me, we ask, what'd you expect? This has been Bart Warren for the South Green Street Church of Christ.
Make this the year that you transition into spring fully prepared. When it comes to making your home and property look its best to have Mammoth Cave Transplants at your side. Come to Mammoth Cave Transplants and see greenhouse after greenhouse full of bedding plants, hanging plants, trees, shrubs, all of the lavish colors and full foliage plants ready to beautify the world around you. Have you always wanted to get a good start to your garden? Well, Janet Dennison and her staff enjoy helping people pick out the right gardening plants, supplies, and materials to make your green thumb the best yet. Mammoth Cave Transplants is easy to get to. We're at 5394 Brownsville Road, Highway 259 between Pig and Rhodey. You'll be impressed with the sprawling complex where spring gardening, landscaping, and beautification is well underway. Call us today at 270-597-2533. We are Kentucky proud and we'll be celebrating 25 years in business. We keep Kentucky growing.
7 o'clock right here on WCLU, gearing up towards a trivia question coming up here in just a few minutes right here on the airwaves of WCLU here on Good Morning Live. Playing for a Little Caesars Hot and Ready Classic Pizza when we get ready for our trivia question. So stay tuned with us for that coming up here momentarily on the airwaves of WCLU.
Hi, I'm Janelle Pettigo. I have been with South Central Bank for 13 years. From day one, I realized our customers are the best. We are very fortunate to have each and every one of them. They have made us what we are today. Here at South Central Bank, we make commercial loans, agricultural loans, mortgage home loans, personal loans, and automobile loans. Our goal is to treat our customers great as they deserve the best. South Central Bank, small enough to know you, big enough to help.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Deals at Gilead Auto Group in Glasgow. Stretch your hard-earned tax refund further during Gilead's Tax Time Sale-a-thon. Save big on over 450 pre-owned vehicles, starting at $2,500 up to like new 2018 models. Plus, we have over 100 vehicles priced below $9,900. We work with over 20 lenders to get you the vehicle you need and deserve, no matter your credit situation. If car shopping makes you nervous, come to the home of legendary service.
This year, Bowling Green comes to the ballpark.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50-plus years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
Who will be the future face of Pettigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance, growing with a proud community since 1902.
Tax time is over, and Ford's wants to help you celebrate with huge store-wide savings up to 30% on your entire Ford's purchase. Or get up to 60 months no-interest financing this week only at Ford's Furniture in Bowling Green and Glasgow. Did you know Ford's Furniture offers power assist lift chairs? We have a great selection available in a variety of colors and fabrics from petite to large for a perfect fit. And Ford's offers a hassle-free shopping experience and timely full-service delivery and setup from Ford's Furniture.
TJ Regional Health offers a vast array of medical services in our community. The TJ Health Pavilion.
Benefits. Modern Woodmen of America. Touching lives. Securing futures. Securities offered through MWA Financial Services, Inc., a wholly owned subsidiary of Modern Woodmen of America.
7:04 right here on WCLU. Good morning live. Getting ready to play a trivia question here on WCLU. Playing for a Little Caesars Hot and Ready Pizza coming up. Let's go ahead and hear about what they got out there at Little Caesars. Some crazy things going on as always.
Wrap me in bacon. Wrap him in bacon. And pour bacon crumbles on my head. Pour bacon crumbles on his head.
Now that I think of it, I'll just go to Little Caesars.
So go to Little Caesars. Get a bacon wrap deep dish pizza instead. Get a bacon wrap deep dish pizza instead.
Get Little Caesars large hot and ready bacon wrap deep dish pepperoni and bacon pizza wrapped in over 3.5 feet of bacon for just $12 at participating locations plus tax.
Pizza. 7:05 right now. Let's play. We are playing morning trivia right here on the airwaves of WCLU here for Good Morning Live. We've got a good question in store for you. Call us up 270-651-9149, toll free at 1-800-956-1023. Answer our question, and we'll hook you up with a Little Caesars Hot and Ready Pizza here on your Friday morning. All right, let's roll that question, Brennan. All right, here we go. Where is the locally famous soft drink Ale 8-1 or Ale 8 bottled? Call us up. Morning Trivia. Hello, Morning Trivia. Call us that one. Morning Trivia.
Winchester, Kentucky.
You got it. Who am I talking to?
David Frazier.
David, congratulations, David. You have got yourself a hot and ready pizza from Little Caesars. Come by and see us at the station and pick that up.
I sure will. Thank you.
You have a great one, David.
You too. Bye.
David Frazier is our winner of not movie trivia, but morning trivia right here on WCLU. And while I brought that up, make sure to tune in this afternoon, folks, because we have two great trivia questions every single afternoon on the airwaves of WCLU Light 102.3 FM. You can win yourself a little bit of Wendy's on movie trivia at 4:30, or you can play at 3:30 and win yourself some Bowling Green Hot Rod tickets on sports trivia. But for this morning trivia question, David got it right. Winchester, Kentucky is the home of the Ale 81 bottling company and locally famous. Just found in just about every supermarket in this area. And, Brennan, are you a big Ale 8 person? I don't know if you're close to the mic or can talk right now, but...
I am now. I had to get it pulled down there. Okay. I really don't. I see a lot of people drinking it, but I don't really ever drink it. So.
Okay. I like it pretty well. I'm not a fanatic. I know people that are. I know a couple people that are big fanatics, but love it, like it.
Is it is it a ginger ale?
It's
or?
like a ginger citrus. Okay. That's what the description said whenever I was looking that up yesterday.
Yeah, I'm not too crazy about ginger ale much. So.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
7:07 right now. Brennan, thank you for joining in with me real quick, talking about our trivia question today. Brennan will be right with you with the latest edition of Live and Local News right after this message, and right after we check in with CBS News right here on Good Morning Live for WCLU. 7:07, 55 degrees.
Introducing Wendy's new $5 Biggie Bag. It's got a new bacon double stack made with a quarter pound of fresh beef plus nuggets, fries, and a drink. Try Wendy's $5 Biggie Bag today. Biggie Bag includes 4-piece nuggets, small fries, and a small drink. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada. Approximate weight before cooked. Price and participation may vary in Alaska and Hawaii.
Time for a sipcation with Wendy's summer beverages. Grab a strawberry lemonade, breathe in deep, and take a sip. And it's all thanks to Destination Wendy's. At participating Wendy's for a limited time.
CBS News Update. A day after the Attorney General released Robert Mueller's full report on the Russia investigation, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is weighing in.
Whatever the challenge that we face, the Congress of the United States will honor its oath of office to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States.
Pelosi commenting from a congressional trip to Ireland. Democrats back home are vowing to investigate possible obstruction. CBS's Natalie Brand is in Washington.
The special counsel did not make a decision on whether the president obstructed justice. It was Attorney General Barr who concluded the president had not. In a statement, Democratic leaders say the Mueller report appears to undercut that claim.
Republicans, like Missouri Senator Roy Blunt, say enough.
I think generally people are ready to move on.
The Kremlin is claiming this morning the report contains no evidence the Russian government meddled in the 2016 election. CBS News Update. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
The Royce Radio Family. WCLU 1490 Glasgow. WCLU FM 102.3 Munfordville, Glasgow. And W276DO 103.1 Glasgow.
For WCLU News, I'm Brendan Crane reporting. The Glasgow Police Department has taken several complaints about a scam that informs you that you will receive a priority mail envelope from Levers' Supermarket Incorporated with a check inside for the amount of $2,650, along with what you need to do with the check, according to a press release from the Glasgow Police Department. They're asking you to deposit the check into your account, keep $600 as a payment, and send the remaining $2,050 to a graphic artist that will be wrapping your new vehicle with the company logo. They will have you to email them to obtain the account information to wire transfer the money after the check is deposited. They will then withdraw $2,050 from your account. This is a scam, and please do not provide them with any information. On Wednesday, the Kentucky State Police Electronic Crime Branch arrested William C. Edwards, 29, on charges related to possession of matter portraying sexual performance by a minor. Edwards was arrested as a result of an undercover Internet Crimes Against Children investigation. The KSP Electronic Crime Branch began the investigation after discovering the suspect possessing files of child sexual exploitation online. The investigation resulted in the execution of a search warrant at a residence in Campbellsville on April 17th. Equipment used to facilitate the crime was seized and taken to KSP city's forensic laboratory for examination. The investigation is ongoing. Edwards is currently charged with 40 counts of possession of matter portraying sexual performance by a minor, first offense. Each charge is a Class D felony punishable by 1 to 5 years in prison. He was lodged in the Taylor County Jail. The Glasgow City Council is set to meet this Monday, April 22nd at 7 p.m. in the City Council chambers. On the agenda is a possible resolution adopting a new standard operating procedures manual for the Emergency Call Center and the second reading of an ordinance increasing the city's funds from $60,000 to $120,000 to be contributed to economic development. On this morning's 911 activity report, there was an accident with injury yesterday at 8:23 in the evening on South Green Street, and yesterday at 9:05 on Grandview and South L. Rogers Wells Boulevard, there was an accident with injury. In news out of Bowling Green, three Gatton Academy seniors learned recently they are candidates for the 2019 United States Presidential Scholars. The U.S. Presidential Scholars Program was established in 1964 by executive order of the President to recognize and honor some of the nation's most distinguished graduating high school seniors. The 2019 candidates for the U.S. Presidential Scholar from the Gatton Academy are Devin Davis of Scott County High School, Kushik Devarakonda from Larry A. Ryle High School, and Daniel Yan from South Warren High School. The White House Commission on Presidential Scholars' review committee selects honored scholars annually based on their academic success, personal characteristics, leadership, and service activities, in addition to the quality and content of their essays. Each year, more than 4,000 candidates are identified for the component of the program that focuses on academic achievement and based on having scored exceptionally well on the SAT or the ACT. Eligible students are U.S. citizens and legal permanent U.S. residents who will graduate or receive their high school diploma between January and August of the current program year and have taken the ACT or SAT assessment on or before October of the previous year. If a student is selected as a U.S. Presidential Scholar, they will be honored in Washington, D.C. in June. During this trip, U.S. Presidential Scholars are guests of the U.S. Department of Education and the Commission and enjoy an expenses-paid trip to Washington, D.C. to meet with government officials, educators, and other accomplished people. To commemorate their achievement, the scholars are awarded the U.S. Presidential Scholars Medallion at a ceremony sponsored by the White House. It's 7:13, 55 degrees here at WCLU. We'll be right back for more local news.
Have you been putting off buying a new vehicle? Well, Bailey Gibson in Glasgow says the wait is over. Just announced, and for a limited time, GM is extending supplier pricing to every customer, plus cash allowance on all 2018 and 2019 Buicks and GMC cars and SUVs in stock. What's the bottom line? Pick out your next Buick, GMC, or SUV from the huge in-stock inventory at Bailey Gibson, and you'll get up to 16% off MSRP on all cars and SUVs in stock. Couldn't get any simpler. Don't miss out. Come to Bailey Gibson Buick GMC, 306 Happy Valley Road, Glasgow. Make this the year that you transition into spring fully prepared. When it comes to making your home and property look its best to have Mammoth Cave Transplants at your side. Come to Mammoth Cave Transplants and see greenhouse after greenhouse full of bedding plants, hanging plants, trees, shrubs, all the lavish colors and full foliage plants ready to beautify the world around you. Have you always wanted to get a good start to your garden? Well, Janet Dennison and her staff enjoy helping people pick out the right gardening plants, supplies, and materials to make your green thumb the best yet. Mammoth Cave Transplants is easy to get to. We're at 5394 Brownsville Road, Highway 259 between Pig and Rhodey. You'll be impressed with the sprawling complex where spring gardening, landscaping, and beautification is well underway. Call us today at 270-597-2533. We are Kentucky proud and we'll be celebrating 25 years in business. We keep Kentucky growing.
Local news time here at WCLU is 7:15, 55 degrees. A 23-year-old man accused of impersonating a long-missing child is scheduled for arraignment in federal court. Ryan Michael Reaney of Medina, Ohio, will go before Magistrate Karen Lukovitz in a Friday afternoon hearing in Cincinnati. He was indicted this week of 2 counts of lying to federal agents and 1 count of aggravated identity theft. He had been arrested earlier on a single false statement count after DNA testing proved he wasn't Timothy Pitson, who disappeared in 2011 at age 6. A message seeking comment was left Thursday with his federal public defender. The federal magistrate last week cited Reaney's lack of a permanent address, past mental health issues, and a lengthy criminal history that goes back to age 13 as she ordered him held without bond. Democrat Andy Beshear says he wants to expand gambling in Kentucky and use the proceeds to fund struggling public pension systems. Two of his rivals in next month's gubernatorial primary are taking shots at the proposal. Beshear told a Louisville audience on Thursday that his plan calls for earmarking all expanded gambling revenues to shore up public pension plans. Kentucky has one of the country's worst funded public pension systems. Beshear says he wants to legalize casino gambling and sports betting. His father, former Governor Steve Beshear, pushed for expanded gambling but never got it through the legislature. One of Andy Beshear's rivals, State Representative Rocky Atkins, says it's an unrealistic proposal that can't pass the Republican-led legislature. Another candidate, Adam Edlin, says it's an irresponsible gamble since past proposals have failed. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says he plans to introduce legislation to raise the minimum age to buy tobacco products from 18 to 21 nationally. The Senate leader said Thursday his bill will cover all tobacco products, including vaping devices. The Kentucky Republican represents a state that for generations was a leading tobacco producer in the U.S. Tobacco production has dropped dramatically in Kentucky in the past decade. McConnell says his bill will continue to hold retailers responsible for verifying the age of anyone buying tobacco products. He says about a dozen states have already enacted laws raising the minimum legal age of 21. McConnell made the announcement in Louisville at the office of an organization that promotes health initiatives in Kentucky. He intends to introduce the bill next month. U.S. officials are giving $350 million to researchers in 4 states hit hardest by the deadly opioid epidemic. The study announced Thursday aims to cut overdose deaths by 40% over 3 years in local communities grappling with misuse of the addictive drugs. Researchers will study evidence-based techniques for fighting addiction and overdose, such as medication-based treatments like methadone and criminal justice reforms. The grants from the National Institute of Health will go to the University of Kentucky, Boston Medical Center, New York City's Columbia University, and Ohio State University. Government officials across the U.S. have been fighting a multi-decade epidemic of opioid addiction, which includes not only prescription painkillers but also illicit drugs like heroin and fentanyl. Deaths linked to those drugs rose to a record 48,000 in 2017. It's 7:18, 55 degrees. I'm Brennan Crane for WCLU News.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
3 Democratic candidates for governor appeared on stage together for the first time.
I believe that health care is a basic human right and that every single Kentuckian should be able to go see a doctor when they're sick.
Andy Beshear was joined by Adam Edlin and Rocky Atkins at a forum held by the Rotary Club in Louisville.
You know, when McDonald's is the most reliable provider of Wi-Fi in rural Kentucky, we're badly trailing where we ought to be.
That infuriates me when my region of the state and I see a depopulation of an entire region having to move to find a job someplace else.
The primary is May 21st. Senator McConnell wants to raise the age to buy tobacco products. Suzanne Duvall reports.
The Senate Majority Leader announced plans to introduce a bill that would raise the nationwide minimum age to buy tobacco products from 18 to 21. The measure, which McConnell says he'll introduce next month, will cover all tobacco products, including vaping devices. 11 states have enacted similar laws. Kentucky has some of the highest cancer rates in the country. It leads the nation with 34% of cancers tied directly to smoking. 45% of Kentucky high school students report having tried vaping. About 95% of adult smokers began using tobacco products before they turned 21. I'm Suzanne Duvall.
The University of Kentucky is receiving a record grant to combat opioid deaths. The $87 billion grant will fund a 4-year study that is a partnership between the Kentucky Cabinet for Health and Family Services and the Justice and Public Safety Cabinet. The study is one of 4 in the U.S. selected by the National Institute on Drug Abuse. Local and federal law enforcement joined together with the U.S. Attorney's Office to announce the indictments of 8 people from Owensboro on drug and weapons charges. I'm Paul Miles.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
The new FN 509 midsize 9mm pistol is now part of FN's legendary concealed carry lineup, and it is a natural fit. With its smaller grip frame modeled after the battle-proven million rounds tested FN 509, the FN 509 midsize comes with 2 15-round magazines and naturally improves concealability. Available at your local firearms dealer. FN, the world's most battle-proven firearms.
Kentuckians are always on the move, whether you're driving down the road for a gallon of milk or flying across the country. Kentucky's new driver's licenses will get you there more securely than ever before. Rolling out by county starting this April. All cards will arrive in the mail. Choose between a standard license or a U.S. air travel and military base approved voluntary travel ID license. Preparing now will save valuable time later when you renew at your local circuit court clerk office. Learn what documents to bring at drive.ky.
Did you know termites cause over $5 billion in property damage each year? Luckily, you can protect your home with Arrow Exterminators and the Centricon system with always active technology. Centricon creates a protective barrier around your home to stop termites before they ever have the chance to attack. It is truly investment protection for your home. The pros at Arrow Exterminators also specialize in pest, mosquito, and fire ant control. And you can feel good knowing that all services are backed with a 100% satisfaction guarantee. All you have to do is schedule a free home evaluation, and a licensed Arrow professional will come to your home and inspect, identify, and then treat in the most environmentally responsible method available today. Call 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com. That's 888-GO-ARROW or arrowexterminators.com. It's not just pest control, it's Arrow Exterminators Pest Control.
The church and community calendar on WCLU for Friday, April 19th. Center United Methodist Church will be having Easter sunrise services on Sunday at 11 o'clock. The choir will present Jesus is Alive. Brother Neil Jeffries is the pastor. All are welcome to join in celebrating our risen Savior. Caney Fork Missionary Baptist Church will hold a sunrise service on Sunday morning at 6 o'clock at the church cemetery, followed by a potluck breakfast at the Etoile Clubhouse. Sunday school for this Sunday will be at 8:30, followed by the morning worship service at 9:30. The pastor is Tim Eaton, and everyone is invited to attend. Peters Creek Missionary Baptist Church will hold Easter sunrise services on Sunday at 6 o'clock, followed by a fellowship breakfast. Sunday school at 9:45 and worship service at 11. The pastor is Brother Jamie Thompson. The Glenview Christian Church at 1403 Glenview Drive in Glasgow welcomes the community to their Easter services on Sunday, one at 9 o'clock, the other at 10:45. It's going to be a powerful morning featuring great worship, special photo areas, a biscuit bar with biscuits, jelly, and gravy, also an indoor egg hunt for the kids during both services. Sunrise services will be at 7 o'clock on Sunday at the Free Bethel General Baptist Church located at 10th and Broadway in Cave City. Following the service, there will be a guest speaker and breakfast prepared by the men and an Easter egg hunt for the children. Lake Branch Cumberland Presbyterian Church located at 7318 Lecticana Road will celebrate Easter sunrise services on Sunday morning at 7 o'clock, followed by a fellowship breakfast. There will be no Sunday school or 11 o'clock service. Everyone is invited to join in the worship of the risen Christ. Pastor is Brother B.J. Childress. Do you have a church community events coming up? We would like to know at 270-651-9149 or 1-800-956-1023. Log on to the website WCLUradio.com. I'm Jason Thomas for WCLU, your home for local.
Trying to get the wet weather out of here as we look ahead toward the upcoming weekend. Right now, strong front on the march, and we're watching showers and thunderstorms in some places continue to push on through. I don't think we're going to see much in the way of sunshine today, not much in the way of dry weather, especially as we get into the afternoon hours as the upper level low comes over the top of us. Rain has been widely scattered so far. A few showers around for the morning hours. I'm meteorologist Ray Stidgick, a Weather Channel, WCLU, your home for local.
Right back here on Good Morning Live here on WCLU, 725 right now, 55 degrees in downtown Glasgow. Aaron Russell here with you in this Good Morning Live here on your Friday morning, 19th day of April. Checking up next on our current conditions. First up, we have our barometer currently sitting at 29.49. Calm winds here in south central Kentucky. 97% humidity for today. And precipitation over the past 24 hours here in south central Kentucky. In our rain bucket, we have 0.4 inches. 7:25 right now. Go ahead and take a quick break. When we come back, we will check up on your birthday list here on WCLU.
Weather from the WCLU Weather Center. Brought to you by Key Cleaners on Happy Valley Road in Glasgow.
At Key 1 Hour Cleaners, we've been serving Glasgow for 31 years, and we're here to stay. Yes, back in 1988, the Catron family began Key 1 Hour Cleaners. We're still in the same location on Happy Valley Road, and we're working each day to keep your wardrobe in top shape. We have convenient hours for everyone, and we're open for drop-off and pickup on Saturdays, too. If you need a dry cleaners you can count on Key 1 Hour Cleaners being there. 31 years and growing. Key Cleaners.
The Empty Nest inside Pharmacy Express is full of goodies like new fall fashion jewelry, home decor for every room, artwork, and much more. Check out the Cindy bracelets and On Who jewelry, both with great causes. The Empty Nest also offers wedding and baby registry. Make sure to ask about their customer loyalty program. For every purchase at the Empty Nest, you earn double points to redeem for cash off your next purchase. You'll find the Empty Nest is not so empty inside Pharmacy Express on the corner of Cleveland Avenue and the Bypass in Glasgow.
If you're going to improve your home and property by investing in a pool, doesn't it make sense to get it from somebody willing to put their name on it? Jeff Adams at Adams Pools and Supplies is ready to get the job started. Plus, they're having a spring sale to get you in the mood for fun in the sun. Right now, buy a Solstice 24-foot pool with a 20-year liner warranty and 30-year wall warranty. For a limited time, pay only $24.99. Bigger sizes at equally great prices. An 18 by 33 pool, $36.99. 15 by 30, $33.99. And a 27-foot pool, just $27.99. Adams Pools has local installers with decades of experience in installing pools. If it's an Adams pool, it comes with corrosion protection on all metal components using the most reliable coating in the industry. And of course, Adams Pools has everything you'll need after installation, like Bacquasil non-chlorine chemicals. 270-866-2365. That's the number to call to get the ball rolling. 270-866-2365 on Grider Road in Russell Springs. No matter where you live in Southern Kentucky, let Adams Pools do the job right. It's a super simple way to save when you take advantage of the Early Bird Hibachi Special at Shogun Bistro of Glasgow. Every afternoon from 2 until 5, you can enjoy steak and chicken, or steak and shrimp, or chicken and shrimp for just $15 each. So many ways to take advantage of this Early Bird Special, from family outings to office meetings to just getting ahead of the crowd. The Early Bird Hibachi Special, steak and chicken, steak and shrimp, or chicken and shrimp, just $15 each from 2 till 5 at Shogun Bistro of Glasgow.
When was the last time you got your Ralphie on? What's getting your Ralphie on, you ask? When you're winning prizes and lighting up the score in the arcade, you're getting your Ralphie on. When you're dancing under the lights on roller skates, you've turned on your inner Ralphies. When you bring your coworkers to bowl in the business league, your office staff has clocked in on Ralphie's time. If you suffer from symptoms such as lack of fun, feeling bored, if you get frequent urges to act like it's your birthday, or if you're just not smiling enough, you need to go to Ralphie's. That's Ralphie's Fun Center in Glasgow. A great place for any party, event, field trip, or church group. Get your Ralphie on.
Checking up on our birthday list for this Friday, April the 19th, here on WCLU Good Morning Live. First up, we have Sheila Jones celebrating a birthday today. Teresa Bryant is up next. Deb Alexander as well celebrating. Gina Thomason, Dale Copus up next on our birthday list for this Friday. Hunter Browning is celebrating, so is Carter Ray Crow, turning 6 today. Gladys Blades is celebrating a 61st birthday here on this Friday. Michael Rice is 58 today. Tony Gibson is celebrating, so is Jason Robertson, turning 48 today. Wayne Hatcher turning 69 today, and a couple new additions to the birthday list for this Friday. First up is Mary Reese. Mary is celebrating a 70th birthday today. Let's go ahead and get her in the 70 gongaree. And last but certainly not least on our Friday birthdays is Phyllis Ferraria. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Over on the anniversary side of things, Kenny and Diane Harper celebrating an anniversary here on this Friday. Turn into Saturday birthdays, Davy Greer celebrating, Peggy Hendry, Rhiannon Piercy, and last but certainly not least is Wesley Turner celebrating a birthday on Saturday. Anniversaries include John T. and Sharon Smith celebrating their 33rd wedding anniversary, and Gary and Polly Claywell celebrating a 45th wedding anniversary. On the Sunday birthday list, Sarah Jackson is celebrating a 35th birthday. Vicky Carson is celebrating. Joey Bunch is on our birthday list. Our Good as Gold honoree for this Friday is have Miss Helen Russell is celebrating a Sunday birthday, 80th birthday for Miss Helen Russell. Sabrina Pettigo is celebrating, so is Jessica Dial, turning 26. Alex Lee is 30. Tyrone Garnett is 50. And Krista Smith celebrating their birthday on Sunday. Anniversaries include Craig and Kelly Christian and Josh and Maria Park celebrating their 12th wedding anniversary. And Brennan, I could use your help here for a minute. We have a very special Good as Gold honoree here on this Friday morning, and I think you know her pretty well. I know her extremely well, and so her name is Miss Helen Russell, celebrating an 80th birthday here on Sunday, the 21st day of April. Reputable educator that worked in the Barron County school system for over 30 years and worked hard at her at her work as a social studies and history teacher, psychology teacher, and is well known by many. And I know her pretty well as my grandmother, and so she's very special. And they're having a very special. I say they, as in my family's having a very special birthday celebration for Miss Helen Russell as she's turning 80 on Sunday. So this Saturday at the Barron County Innovation Zone Football Stadium. You can come by from 1 until 3 for an open house and talk to Miss Helen Russell as she celebrates her 80th birthday. So join us all here in celebrating Miss Helen Russell's birthday from 1 until 3 tomorrow at the Barron County Innovation Zone from 1 until 3 p.m. 7:32, we'll have a very special shout-out to our birthday list and honorees as we get closer throughout the end of our 7 o'clock hour. 54 degrees in downtown Glasgow at the moment. Let's go ahead and bring us back to the camera, Brennan. Thank you, man. And we have got a special hat here full of names of our Good as Gold honorees. I forgot to mention that our Friday Good as Gold honoree is, of course, Miss Helen Russell. She has got her name in the basketball, her name in the basket for this Friday, and we are shaking up 5 names here. So if you see Miss Helen Russell about, pat her on the back and tell her so tell her that she is good as gold, that is, from her friends here at WCLU, as well as a little taste of Texas. Now let's draw for a Taste of Texas dinner winner. Got a couple names shook up in there together. Let's go ahead and get us mixed around. Looking up, pulling out a name. Oh, I think I've got 2. Nope, just got 1. There we go.
All right,
this
drum roll.
Right here.
Drum roll. Let's see who it is.
Drum roll, please. And it is our Monday Good as Gold honoree. Let's see.
That was Mike White. Yes.
Mike White.
Celebrated his 65th birthday
a
few weeks ago.
All right. So Mike is 65, and he's heading to Little Taste of Texas.
Sounds
here
like a
on
plan.
This Friday. Come by and see us. Mike White, you are our Taste of Texas dinner winner here for this week of April, and you got yourself dinner at Little Taste. Come by and see us, 229 West Main Street here in Glasgow. Let's take a quick break, Brennan. When we come back, we'll quickly do some not archives.
Well, I was going to tell you, you've got 2 more birthdays, too.
Oh,
3 more
birthdays.
actually.
Let's throw them on the list.
So on Saturday, we have Jeffrey Reed, who's going to be 41.
Jeffrey Reed.
Yep, and Denise Bird, she's going to be 47 tomorrow.
Both these are tomorrow?
Yep.
Okay.
And then on Sunday, Harold Bethel's celebrating. He's going to be 36 on Sunday. Yeah.
So happy birthday to all those celebrating. We'll get you added to our birthday list. Once again, somebody will be winning a Dairy Queen birthday cake later this morning, as well as a Greer's Rosebud vase off of our birthday and anniversary list. Stay tuned for that. 7:34 right now. We'll return here in just about 30 seconds with Tidbit News.
You find yourself thinking about the future? Perhaps you are considering downsizing or purchasing your first home. Or maybe your family is growing and you need a bigger home. I'm Gay Parker, mortgage originator with Citizens First Bank. With my 40 years of experience helping homeowners in South Central Kentucky, I can find the best mortgage product for you, regardless of your stage of life. Stop in our Glasgow branch or apply online at citizensfirstbank.com. Citizens First, the best choice for the best mortgage loans.
MLS number 419873. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All in subject to credit approval.
Light up the phone lines this morning with your birthday honorees and anniversaries as well. Thank you for calling us up. Once again, if you need to submit a birthday or anniversary, go online, WCLUradio.com, click on the Submit Here tab, or call us up, 270-651-9149, or toll free at 1-800-956-1023. We'll get caught up with these birthdays real quick. Return here in about 60 seconds with some Tidbit News.
Lots of extras inside and out during this complete estate auction Saturday morning in Park City. Elmore Realty and Auction is proud to host the Orville Clark Estate Sale, a very well-kept home with 2 bedrooms, full bath, spacious living room, kitchen, utility room, a single carport, and storage buildings. Just a few of the highlights. The personal property is a treasure trove of items, a very large collection of handguns, hunting rifles, even a muzzle loader, a large personal collection, over 100 case knives, lots of collectibles, collectibles, limited editions, and foreign-made knives. Lots of homeware and appliances. Kelvinator refrigerator, Roper washer and dryer set, couches and chairs, hutch, dinnerware. There's so much to see. The address is 91 East 3rd Street in Park City. The complete estate sale Saturday at 10 o'clock from Elmore Realty and Auction. More pictures and more item descriptions online at elmoreauction.com. The name you've grown to trust in Barron County since 1935 is Elmore. Dakota Ray Elmore, principal broker and auctioneer.
7:36 right here on WCLU. Good morning live. Time for Tidbit News.
From the north, south, east, west, NEWS, here's the latest news.
Around the globe, up the street, looking at every corner for some Tidbit News here on our Friday morning. 7:36 right now. Brennan Crane joins me for Tidbit News. Good morning, Brennan.
Good morning.
All right, Brennan, we have got a couple doozies right here on Tidbit News here for this Friday morning. Got a few minutes here to spare with you, so we'll talk about them. First up, our first story, headline reads, Florida fishing we have 3 stories from Florida, by the way, so this should just set the tone for
That's always good.
Florida fishing boat captain reels in 757-pound swordfish. Here, let's go ahead. I will mute this real quick, but we will pull up. There is video of this huge swordfish. So go ahead and throw the laptop on there.
Oh, Lord.
Look at that.
That is ridiculous.
757 pounds reeled in Florida.
That'd make a lot of sushi.
Yeah, look how many of them it takes right there. Oh, my goodness. I guess that's a world record. Let's see. Go ahead and flip back to us. Let's see. Can you do that for me?
Yeah, sure. I got us. There we are.
Limited buttons on my side.
No, I understand.
Captain Nick Stanzik posted a video on YouTube showing scenes from his fishing trip off of the coast of Isle or in the Florida Keys. The video shows Stanzik landing a 757-pound swordfish, and the captain said it took about 8 hours to reel the fish in, and it took 7 people to haul the massive
That's
fish.
an entire, work day.
It took 8 hours, working 9 to 5, reeling in 1 fish.
Wow.
The Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission lists the state records for a swordfish at 612 pounds, meaning Stanzik's catch might be a new world record.
I'd say so. That's ridiculous. Didn't know swordfish got that
I know, right? Our next one, we have got another visit from Florida right here on Tidbit News.
The suspense here. I can see the headline in the preview screen, but
here it reads, Florida man, 80, fights alligator in his backyard. An 80-year-old Florida man fought with an alligator in his backyard and was able to contain the reptile before police arrived. Ed Chapman said that he took it upon himself to try and capture the 6.5-foot gator just after 5 p.m. on Tuesday in the southwest, of course, Miami-Dade County area. Of course.
So, Key West a little further down. So we've got large swordfish and alligators. I wish, I know I couldn't wrestle an alligator now, let alone if I ever lived to be 80.
Exactly.
Goodness.
I went and got the noose. He got a noose out. Okay. Chapman said that his dog Rocco alerted him to the intruder, and he used a noose pole to try to ensnare it. I went and got the noose pulled, and I got it around his neck, Chapman told WSVN-TV. He swatted me with his tail and knocked my legs out from under me. Chapman said that he struggled with the reptile until it was in his pond. We argued together until we got all the way over to into this pond, he said, and then he got his front legs down in the reeds there, and then he went all the way down, and he had his face in the water. Chapman then called 911 for backup, and I said, as I just need some help, I got it contained, but I need some more help. I can't get it out by myself.
And, he must be really stout because he pulled that alligator back into its own territory, the water.
Goodness. Yes.
Yeah, so.
Like saying, I was losing the fight till I got the alligator in the water. That is that never happens.
No.
This man is, I'm pretty sure this is a myth. This can't be real.
The myth, the legend. Yeah.
80-year-old gator fight in Florida, man.
That's impressive.
We got another visit.
Turtle Man ain't got nothing on him.
We got another visit from everyone's least favorite superhero. Yeah, it's true.
Turtle Man is not relevant in this respect.
We have Gator Man running around Florida. We also have another visit from everyone's least favorite superhero, Florida Man. Next headline. Naked Florida man wanted for burglarizing Little League concession stand. See, that's just a crime. That's not a good thing.
Yeah.
But it's funny because, I won't roll the video on.
Please don't. Especially if he was naked.
There is definitely security footage of the man. He's wearing shoes and a cap. That's about it. And he stole about $5,000 from a Little League concession stand. They need that money.
Yeah.
They need new uniforms.
Well,
what are they going to do now?
I will say, of course, there's never an excuse for somebody to rob anything, but why in the world did they leave $5,000 in a concession stand? That's minimal security. There's one door and you're in. That's crazy.
So, yeah, authorities in Florida are asking the public's help in tracking down a man who they say burglarized a Little League concession stand wearing nothing more than a baseball cap and some gloves.
Yeah. Wow.
That's awful. That's awful, but my goodness, that's a lot of money in a concession stand, I will say, $5,000. Yes. All right. And our last story today, and just a little bit of discussion here, this one from the Huffington Post. Men with beards have more germs than dogs. Study finds. All the bearded guys in the study had microbial counts. Am I saying that right?
I can't necessarily see the word. Microbial is right.
Okay. Counts, that's what it says, compared with only 23 out of 30 dogs tested. Conclusion, dogs are fine to share MRI machines. What? Looks like men with beards are going to be dogged with charges of bad hygiene. That's because a new study suggests that bearded guys actually have more germs than a dog's fur. Researchers are at the Herzlanden Clinic near Zurich, Switzerland, wanted to determine whether evaluating humans and dogs in the same MRI scanner would be hygienic. They did so by comparing the bacterial load in colony-forming units, or CFU, of human pathogenic microorganisms in specimens taken from 18 bearded men and 30 furry dogs. The researchers also compared the extent of bacterial contamination of an MRI scanner used by both dogs and humans with two other MRI scanners used exclusively by humans. And it turns out all the bearded bros showed high microbial counts compared with only 23 out of the 30 dogs. In fact, 7 of the men had so much beard bacteria that they were at risk of getting sick, according to the BBC. The jointly used scanner also had significantly lower bacteria counts than the scanners only used by humans. So, you settle it there. You need to be clean cut.
That's right.
Because bearded men have a lot of germs, it sounds like. 842 right here, or not 842, 742 right here on WCLU. That closes out Tidbit News for today. Thank you for joining me, Mr. Brennan Crane. Now, 54 degrees in downtown Glasgow. Let's go ahead and take a quick message. When we come back, we'll get some tunes on the airways for you.
Hello, I'm Anthony Myatt. Thanks for calling. How can I help you?
I need life insurance, but it's so complicated.
It can be. As a Modern Woodman agent, I'm trained to design the best plan for you.
Great. Thanks a lot. I'm so glad I called you.
Call me anytime at 427-6807.
Get to know your local Modern Woodman representative to plan for your financial future and learn about valuable member benefits. Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures. Securities offered through MWA Financial Services, Inc., a wholly owned subsidiary of Modern Woodman of America.
Tax time is over, and Ford's wants to help you celebrate with huge store-wide savings up to 30% on your entire Ford's purchase. Or get up to 60 months no-interest financing this week only at Ford's Furniture in Bowling Green and Glasgow. Did you know Ford's Furniture offers Power Assist lift chairs? We have a great selection available in a variety of colors and fabrics from petite to large for a perfect fit. And Ford's offers a hassle-free shopping experience and timely full-service delivery and setup from Ford's Furniture.
744 right here on WCLU. Good Morning Live. We'll go ahead and take a quick break right here, folks, and when we come back, we will jam out to some good tunes for those of you listening on the airwaves of WCLU 1490 AM, 103.1 FM, and on Light 102.3, as well as our awesome audience over on EPB Channel 6. But after we finish up this break, we'll go ahead and say sayonara to our good friends over on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Thank you for tuning in here on this Friday morning. Stay tuned.
Hack Whitty, Marita Whitty Lyle, David Whitty, Becky Lyle, names that have been trusted in this community for quality auto repairs for 46 years. Names you can continue to trust for many years to come. At Whitty's Complete Car Care, they specialize in all your car repair needs, including brakes, tune-ups, and diagnostics. And you won't believe their amazing tire prices. If you're ever in need of towing